Yeah,
Figured maybe I could do it like 3.
that's fine.
You're starting with the fish.
You what?
You're starting with the fish.
He left somewhere. Yeah.
I've always carried this thing around.
We'll do
I
that.
had a book of stamps in here, damn it.
And I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming it's
Mail something
the
out.
stubbing.
In the bill. Yep.
And
Sorry.
Fresh as luck.
I never get this stuff.
they need the spit, like they're
Well then, why would he even? Sorry. I started to see our past statements. I went ahead and started. It's like other than that. That's all right. Thank you, sir.
There they are.
Hey, welcome to the meeting tonight. We are back from our study session. We've had an executive session and already called the roll, so we're here for the regular meeting, November 3rd, 2025. And we'll start with a call. We did the call to order, sorry. We'll start with the prayer for guidance and Pledge of Allegiance. I believe Reggie Osborne is here from First Baptist. Reggie is not here. So typically, we would ask a council member to volunteer to do the prayer. Now, Mr. Slagle did a nice job.
Oh, I'll do it. Oh, you got it? My guy, thank you.
Or, do you want to stand? And then we'll follow with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear Lord, please help us make wise decisions and help us to understand what the people want. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Slagle. The agenda is on the table at the entrance, as well as a sign-in sheet for all of our guests. Feel free to follow along with the meeting. Council members have had the opportunity to review the agenda. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So move. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments or changes to tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and take the vote to approve tonight's agenda.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Next, we have the minutes of the October 20th, 2025 City Council work session. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Are there any changes or comments on those minutes? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call the vote to approve the minutes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
Yes.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
Next, we have the minutes of the October 20th, 2025 City Council meeting. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So move.
Second.
Second.
Anyone have any changes or comments on those minutes? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call the vote to approve the minutes.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
We have no presentations, proclamations, and awards. Moving on to legislation, we have an ordinance for second reading. This is an ordinance to limit the future use of property for automotive fuel sales within the city of Tipp City, Ohio. This was introduced by Mr. Slagle. Mr. Mack.
This ordinance amends Chapter 154 in the Tipp City Code of Ordinances to ban automotive fuel sales as a permitted use in all zoning districts, but does allow them as an accessory use in commercial areas. The Tipp City Planning Board has had multiple discussions regarding this topic, and on September 9th, the Planning Board held a public hearing and forwarded a positive recommendation to council regarding this proposed zoning amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Mr. Slagle, do you still wish to sponsor this?
Yeah, yes.
Thank you. Are there any council comments related to the ordinance?
Yes, I have one. Sure, well, I didn't know if we was going to go to. Well, I'm going to vote against this because I've been having a lot of discussion with everybody else. I don't think it's the business of ours to tell a property owner how they can develop their property. If we want to make sure a property is developed in such a way, we should buy the property, and then we can control what goes on it. I just don't think it's government's place to tell a property owner that they cannot sell their property, especially if that's the only businesses that may be interested in the property, that they can't sell it, that they can't sell that property as they see fit for their own best profit. So I will be voting no against this ordinance.
I had a question, and I don't recall this. I know we've talked about this a few times. I don't know if Mr. Mack, if you can respond to this, or Mr. Spring, but how does this address like electric fueling? Will this limit our ability, or if there are electric fueling needs in the future, how would this affect that?
I'm going to defer to Matt Spring. Matt, can you answer this? I believe, and I guess Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, that this is, separate and apart from, those aren't considered the same.
Yeah, so it's my interpretation of the code that the automotive fuel sales directly is impacting gasoline and diesel, not so much electric. As a matter of fact, the new Wawa station that's coming in will also have some future sites for possible superchargers for their electric at that site there. So I think many of the existing fuel stations that serve only gas and diesel at this time will seek out the ability to be able to service the electric and battery type vehicles in the future.
So in terms of this ordinance, so it's not going to limit electric charging stations?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, because I know we were pretty specific too in this about how many different pumps could be used then on those that are approved.
Right.
And I didn't know if that was impacted at all by having charging stations as like fuel.
Yeah, I don't believe it does.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other comments or questions from council members?
Can I add to mine?
Can you add another comment?
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, the other things, the comments we've had on council, and I've heard from out, I know the community's saying too many gas stations, too many banks, too many this, too many that. One of the concerns was if we had too many gas stations and one closed down, well, now we've got an empty building that can't be reused. The same can be said for restaurants and hotels. We've already torn down one that closed down and nobody wanted. There's another restaurant that closed that don't know what's going on for sure with it yet, but it's the same all over, and the market's going to bear what it's going to bear, and most buildings could be refurbished to something else. I know many gas stations and other places have turned into small restaurants or even small mechanic shops, so I don't think it's a big loss. I just don't think that we have the right to tell a property owner what they can do with their property. And some of the concerns that come up, and I've told people, it's intersections on highways especially, gas stations are 99% of the time first things go in, followed by fast food, followed by hotels, and then other thing goes. That's the development I've seen across the country as I travel. That's what it seems to be like. So I guess that's all I got on that one. Just wanted to put out some of the other stuff.
Thanks, Mr. Kessler. And I hear your point, and I considered the same things when evaluating this and what position to take on this. I do view it, though I was supporting it because I view that it is a zoning ordinance, and like all the zoning decisions that we make, we do have to, make decisions about the plan for the city. This did come from the planning board, and we did send it back to the planning board to ask them to decide whether the change in the plan near the other interstate, as in when the two businesses decided not to open gas stations, would that change their recommendation to council? And, from what they had determined, it did not. I think really a priority for me in supporting this is making sure that we don't have so many businesses that is driving away other businesses that give the city more opportunity to expand as we develop down 25A in that area. I think that this will help us to attract other businesses, so that's why I felt comfortable supporting this, and I think in the future, if we need to make some modifications, we always have that option to do that. So I'll be voting for this tonight. Are there any other council comments?
I'll just address what Mr. Kessler said. I respectfully disagree with you. It is, the position of council to zone the city. That's why we don't want residential houses going up next to the interstate. That's why I don't want Meyer to put a factory over at Broadway when it gets torn down. Zoning is about a community plan, and that's what I view this as a community plan for the future. I've talked to a lot of citizens about this, and it is something that the community wants to have happen, which is why I'll be supporting it tonight.
Okay, if there are no other council comments, we'll open the public hearing. So the public hearing is now open. For anyone that would like to speak, please come forward. We do ask that you give your name and your address before speaking, please.
Good evening. My name is Tim Logan. I live at 2360 Seneca Drive in Troy. I've been in the real estate commercial business for over 50 years, and I've never seen anything quite like this. I think the marketplace should be the ones that dictate what can survive. And if you put a stop to it, guess what's going to happen to the prices if competition can't come in? I think the city can control what goes on at a service station, but to eliminate them entirely, except for it would be okay to go on one of the city properties if they have a grocery store together. It really is unfair. And I just have never seen anything like this in over 50 years in the business. My partner and I own or have been the developers of the land at I-75 and 25A, and we put in Don Davis Way through our property. So we do have 2 service stations that we put in, but I doubt if there'd be any more. But when I saw it, it might not affect us, but it just seemed, let the marketplace take care of the uses. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Logan. Would anyone else like to speak?
Hello, my name's Tim Eschman. I'm former Tipp City Pine Street resident, and I live in Piqua now. And I've spoke to some of the local residents that were friends of mine in Tipp City about eliminating any new gas stations in Tipp City. And everyone I spoke to, want less money for gas, not pay more money for gas. And eliminating supply is going to keep them paying more money. When I attended council a few weeks ago, the prices in Tipp City were $3.29 per gallon. The cost per gallon in the Sydney range was $2.59 a gallon. Paying 70 to 80 cents per gallon more will cost residents over $600 additional money a year, approximately, versus locations that have competitive gas stations. I understand, too, that there are a lot of people who really don't want gas stations in Tipp City. I don't know why they're not here tonight. I think there should be a lot more people here if that's what they want. So that's all. I just wanted to make sure that, some of the friends that I had here had their voices So thank you.
Thank you. All right, see no one else coming forward. The public hearing is now closed. And are there any final council comments? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
No.
Ordinance 2325.
Next, we have an ordinance to prohibit the commercial cultivation, processing, and dispensing of adult-use cannabis in the city of Tipp City. This was introduced by Mayor Rogers. Mr. Mack?
Yeah, over the last couple years, council has enacted 2 moratoriums on the subject of recreational adult use marijuana to allow staff to really look at the benefits and impacts to either allowing or prohibiting dispensaries in Tipp City. As we discussed at a previous study session, based on this time and us looking at all the information where we're at today, staff is recommending that Tipp City prohibit adult use cannabis cultivators, operators, processors, and dispensaries from operating within the city of Tipp City. And this ordinance reflects that recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Mayor Rogers, do you still wish to sponsor this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Are there any council comments related to the ordinance?
I would like to point out what was discussed, the fact that currently, under the law, the state of Ohio is taking all the taxes from these dispensaries, and the communities are not getting any of that. So there would appear to be no incentive for us to allow this. That's all I had.
I would agree with Mayor Rogers. There is no economic benefit at this time. And we're not really, it's kind of oxymoron for me to vote no on the one before prior to, but I think we're limiting land use there. Here, we're taking a business. And I don't really know if there's a big interest to put a dispensary by a group that would want to put one in. There may be a lot of residents that'd like to see one, but there is no, at this time, economic benefit from having an operation like that here.
I would just like to say, once again, for me, this is about community planning. I don't think that this type of business fits with our community, whether or not we're receiving a tax benefit. For that reason, I'm going to be voting yes on this.
Are there any other council comments? And I would agree with Mr. Liddy. I think that we also have to consider the community. I think there are some financial benefits that may be coming down the line that we also have to look forward as we pass these ordinances. And so I don't see this as being as much about the financial benefit to the city as what our desired businesses are in the community as we see that at this point. So I'll be voting for this ordinance as well. If there are no other council comments, we'll open the public hearing. If anyone would like to come forward and speak, please step up. Seeing no one, the public hearing is now closed. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Ordinance 2425.
Moving on to resolutions, we have a resolution adopting the 2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan for the city of Tipp City, Ohio. Mr. Mack.
Yes, the capital improvement plan was submitted to council on September 2nd, 2025, and council conducted a public hearing and workshop session with staff for for the purpose of reviewing the 5-year capital improvement plan on September 29th. After discussion and a follow-up study session, this resolution adopts a 2026 through 2029 capital improvement plan.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Would a council member like to sponsor the resolution?
I will.
A second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Are there any council comments related to the resolution? Hearing none, the public hearing is now open. If anyone from the public would like to step forward, please step up. Seeing no one, the public hearing is closed. Madam Clerk, please call the vote to approve the resolution.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Resolution 3325.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing the City of Tipp City to take all actions and execute all documents necessary for the transfer or assignment or assumption of certain loans from the Ohio Water Development Authority to the Monroe Township Water and Sewer District. Mr. Mack?
Yeah, this resolution is related to, the recent action from City Council for the city to take over the Country Estates area, the water sewer in Monroe Township. So this resolution allows for the transfer of the Ohio Water Development Authority debt from Monroe Township to the City of Tipp City, which will be paid for by an assessment that will also be transferred from the township to the city.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Would a council member like to sponsor the resolution?
I'll sponsor.
A second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any council comments? Hearing none, the public hearing is open. If anyone would like to speak to this, please come forward. Seeing no one, the public hearing is closed. Madam Clerk, please call the vote to approve the resolution.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Mr. Kessler?
I'm going to abstain.
Mr. Ensland? Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Resolution 3425.
Next, we have a resolution authorizing the amendment of an employee contract between the City Council of Tipp City, Ohio, and the city manager. Mr. Mack?
This resolution approves an increase to the city manager's salary based upon recent performance evaluation completed by City Council.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Would a council member like to sponsor the resolution?
I'll sponsor and move for its adoption.
A second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any council comments? I would just like to say thank you, Mr. Mack. We appreciate your service. You've exceeded expectations, and we appreciate everything you've done to support council and to lead the staff in the city.
Thank you.
Any other council comments? Hearing none, the public hearing is now open. If anyone would like to speak to this resolution, please come forward. Except for Mr. Green. So the public hearing is now closed very quickly.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Madam Clerk, could you call the vote to approve the resolution?
Mr. Kessler?
Yes.
Mr. Slagle?
Yes.
President Huffman?
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger?
Yes.
Mr. Liddy?
Yes.
Mr. Ensland?
Yes.
Mayor Rogers?
Yes.
Resolution 3525.
Next, ordinances for first reading. We have an ordinance adopting the 2026 annual budget for Tipp City, Ohio. Mr. Mack?
During the September 29th budget presentation, staff presented City Council with the draft operating budget for 2026. After, again, discussion and a follow-up study session, this ordinance adopt the operating budget for fiscal year 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Would someone like to sponsor the the ordinance?
I will.
Thank you. Next, we have an ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the municipality of Tipp City, Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026. Mr. Mack?
Yeah, this is companion legislation to the previous ordinance, to the budget ordinance. So this ordinance adopts the operating budget, or I'm sorry, this ordinance authorizes the expenditure of funds as laid out in the 2026 operating budget.
Thank you, Mr. Mack. Would a council member like to sponsor this ordinance?
I'll sponsor it.
Thank you. Moving on to motions, we have a motion to request or not request a public hearing on the issuance of a new C2D6 liquor license to Family Dollar Stores of Ohio LLC, doing business as Family Dollar, located at 930 West Main Street. Mr. Mack?
Again, the city's received this request for liquor permit. This permit would be for beer and Sunday sales. I'll let the police chief weigh in if needed, but, the police chief has no objections for this permit.
So would someone like to make a motion to either approve this to request or not request a public hearing?
I'd make a motion to not have a public hearing.
Second.
Are there any council comments related to this motion to not request a public hearing?
I thought we were at about the limit of our liquor license in town for population. Because there's some things come up earlier, somebody wanted one, when there were no open licenses for them to make a liquor sales.
We're close, but this isn't an addition, this is just a modification to their current one.
What is the
This is a new
modification?
permit.
Not, these, I'll have to go back and look, not on the letter I got from them.
Oh, the letter we got says it's new.
Okay. Your letter's different than my letter.
No, but this saying new, I didn't even think they sold liquor on Main Street out of that store. I've seen pop and everything else, but I haven't seen beer. I mean, I just.
They sent us a notice just saying that they were applying, and all the rest I guess.
Well, I'm sure if we were limited out, the state would say you don't have the,
I thought we had several still available.
okay, well, I know we had a conversation on the business, we had to bring one in from Cleveland, I think, for Frida's, which we didn't have a license for that type business. And there was an open one they purchased, as I understand it, I thought we were out. I'm just curious.
We had no objections to the.
Oh, I know, I mean, that's,
I guess it'd be valuable to have an explanation of this process for if they do not have a public hearing, how does that impact this license versus if they do have a public hearing?
No, I mean, I'm not looking, obviously, at what Janice had out there. I was under the understanding this is a renewal of an existing.
This said new, what she just presented to me, which I'm asking the question about the process too, because,
If we were to have a public hearing, it's not done here, and it's not done in the city, it's done.
right, done.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or at the county.
Or at the county building. Yes.
Okay.
So my concern would be, we're developing that property, correct? This is at the plaza.
Yes.
And so we have an expectation that we're going to want different businesses there. There may be some businesses coming in that, would this one impact other liquor licenses? Do we have enough for this area that if we wanted 1, 2, 3 for other businesses, that those would be available and not impacted by granting this? And does our decision tonight even affect the granting of the liquor license?
That's okay. Yeah. So, the thing about this is that they have certain rights, those who are applying for the permits, unless we have a reason that they do not fit within the category. The hearing officers generally come out for the liquor requester, for lack of a better term. So you have to have evidence that someone has had an issue with that particular location, that the owner of that particular license is not, say for example, they have a drug problem or they have an issue. That's when they overturn these, but as this stands, it should be, I think that should be viewed as being granted, and the other part, there's one other aspect of it, which is we only have a certain amount of time to object, and so if we miss the window, then it's going to go in.
But anyway.
Correct.
What is the objection period on this one then?
I'm not trying to find.
It was,
Should date was 8/1. This is by postmark after 11/1, so I don't know. I mean, what we could do is table it, but I would caution against that. I think it would be a vote up or down one way or the other.
Well, this isn't voting for the liquor license. This is just
No.
whether or not to have a hearing.
Correct,
Yeah.
to object.
Yeah.
So we would have to have a basis for
A
the
reason to
objection.
object.
Well, I guess what President Huffman's question is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but is if granting this liquor license is going to affect our development on our property. So would that not be a basis to object to it if it would?
I don't think so, because I don't think it's an unqualifying event. I don't know that our issue with regard to how we develop the property is necessarily how they view whether they should be granted this permit.
And I think it should be pointed out that this is a carry-out beer and Sunday carry-out license only. It's not a beer and liquor, it's not a sit-down. So, I mean, I agree with the development, but this is, if I'm interpreting this right, it's beer sales only for carry-out and Sunday sales with carry-out. So,
Well, I guess,
this ain't a township meeting, Phil.
At least it wasn't me this week.
But anyhow, see, it's a Sunday sales, so it shouldn't really affect, because anything I would assume we would like to go in there would probably be more of a sit-down dinner type liquor sales is what, in my mind, I see. I don't see a liquor store going in there, so I don't know that it would impact the development that much.
And we did have that discussion internally a little bit about, our development and the fact that we're the property owners, but I do not believe that those things can be a consideration. It's really regarding, have there been issues or, past history of the owner with other locations and issues regarding liquor, those type of things.
So it'd be like if somebody was selling to underage people a lot
Exactly.
or
Correct.
overpouring or.
It can't be that, well, we might have,
We might want the
future
liquor
plans on
license.
that property that.
I've probably been through a dozen or more of these, both as it starts through the county level, and I've done them multiples at the liquor board. And I can tell you as a general rule, unless there is a hard stop, if you will, for their concern about it, I think the initial feeling is that the person or entity requesting has a lot of deference, if that makes sense, which is in line with what you were saying earlier.
so we have in front of us a motion to not request a hearing. And I guess I felt like there was assurances that there's really nothing we can do, whether there's a hearing or not. Are there any council comments in addition to what's been said? Okay. So at this point, we'll open up the public hearing. If anyone from the public would like to speak to this, please come forward. Oh, do we not have a second for the motion?
Mayor Rogers.
Oh,
Second.
sorry.
I jumped right in. I was.
Okay. So we do have a motion and a second at this point, correct? Okay. We've done some council comments. Would anyone from the public like to speak to this motion? See no one, the public hearing is closed. And Madam Clerk, could you call the vote to the motion to not request a public hearing?
Mr. Liddy,
Yes.
Mayor Rogers.
Yes.
President Huffman,
Yes.
Mr. Ensland,
Yes.
Mr. Kessler,
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger,
Yes.
Mr. Slagle.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. We have nothing under miscellaneous. Citizen comments on items not on the agenda. Do we have anyone that would like to speak? Seeing no one, we'll move on to comments of the council members and city manager. Mr. Slagle,
None tonight.
Ms. Pittenger.
Tomorrow's election day. Please remember to cast your vote if you haven't already done so.
Okay, Mr. Ensign,
Nothing for me, thank you.
Mr. Liddy.
Yes, tomorrow's election day. Also, the tree annual, I believe we're buying a tree this year.
Yes.
Yes. So I would request, once again, for all council members to put forth their $10 at the next meeting so that my wife can go shopping and help with the tree. So I see Greg's already on top of it. Fantastic.
I will collect for this, for council and turn in your application.
That'd be nice.
Yes.
Mr. Kessler,
Well, Halloween was a hoot. It was fun trying to drive down through town this year. The kids were good. It was the adults in the cars trailing along beside them that were a pain in the hiney. It was all good fun. And then, just holidays are coming up, even more times you start thinking, practicing random acts of kindness. Check on your neighbor, elderly neighbor, or somebody you know struggling, see if you can't give them a hand. Thank you.
thank you. Mayor Rogers?
Yes, Mayor's Night was a success. Tomorrow is Election Day. Be careful of your fellow citizens as they troop out to vote when you're driving.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say I did receive the newsletter, which I thought looked very good, so compliments Ms. Bates for preparing that. And I think that had a lot of information about events that are coming up for the holidays, which hopefully everyone receives that or checks out the website or the GoGov so that you can attend some of those events happening in the city. Mr. Mack?
No comments.
Okay. So would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please call the vote to adjourn.
Mr. Kessler,
Yes.
Mr. Slagle,
Yes.
Mrs. Pittenger,
Yes.
Mr. Liddy,
Yes.
Mr. Ensland, Mayor Rogers.
Yes.
President Huffman.
Yes. All right, we're adjourned.
Make sure the tree's out there this year.
Yeah.
See, I will get it.
Let me see if I got a 10.
When do they take out those?
If you want to let them know at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or whatever.
10, 5. How I do?
Thank you.